So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. What do you say we do this thing, huh? Why not? You're going to get out of bed. You got to do something, right? Yeah. What are you going to do? You may as well make the best of today and make it a really good day. I have my mantra for the day about how to be happy every day. My mantra is coming up. You'll have to wait a bit. It will be at the end of the show. We have to work to get there. As they say, we can't spill the popcorn in the lobby. That wouldn't be good. We got to sit down and watch the movie first, eat your popcorn, then we get to the fun stuff. Well, we're going to talk about being happy all the time. Is it really possible? From the guy that said I was a little bit grumpy yesterday. Yeah, it is. It is. Generally speaking, well, let's replace that word happy. I tend to call it joyful. I just find that joyful is a whole lot easier to do. It's easier for me to be joyful no matter what. And happy sometimes is outcome-based. But we'll talk, we'll call it what you will today. Some people aren't in the joyful mode. Haven't got there yet. Just want to be happy. I just think happy sometimes is can be a little bit of a trap. You should put all your expectations on being happy, and then, it doesn't work. So then what do you do? Well, I just call it joyful. But anyway, we'll work through that today. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com, and the purveyor of Scott Logic, which is a whole lifetime of experience and digging in and understanding the human mind and working with lots of people for a long period of time that allows me to look at the world in a different way and say, okay, here's what I think based on massive experience. Let me lay it on you. Let's see what you think. And I suggest that you just listen, and if anything stands out, go give it a try. Don't take my word for it, for sure. What? Scott, I'm listening to you. I should take your word for it. Well, listen to what I have to say and then filter it through your own life and decide what works for you. Go try it in the real world and then keep what works, right? That's all you have to do. Whatever sticks, keep it.
This episode is brought to you by Starbucks.
That is fire.
Whoa, that's good. This might be the drink of the summer.
Okay, I like this one too. I'm rocking with it. Okay.
Try it for yourself. Starbucks Refreshers Concentrates are coming home. Find them in the coffee aisle and make it yours.
Happy all the time. Joyful all the time. Which one would you like? Like I said, I prefer to have a walking, talking, joyful day attitude because it's just easier to be there. No matter what happens, no matter who gets in my face, as they say, doesn't really matter. I can choose to be joyful. But happy is good in the moment, right? Happy's good this hour. Happy's good right now. Happy every day of the week would be awesome. Maybe it's time to think like a happy person. Do you think like a happy person? I've seen some of you who don't. I was at the doctor's office the other day. I was doing some dermatological work. If you live in Florida for any length of time, and I've lived here for decades now, the dermatologist is your friend. The older you get, the more they see you, and the more they cut off of you constantly. And I was in there, I was kind of upbeat and happy and joyful and just making jokes with the young PAs and doctors that were there, just kind of running around having a good time and being a little bit older. I'm like as older as their dad in many cases, maybe a little older in some. And I just been happy. And one of them says to me, "You're just a happy guy." I said, "Well, to this moment, yeah, pretty much. I'm happy right now. Why not? Why not be happy, right? I get to come in here and get taken care of so I can live a long time." And she said, "Well, people aren't always that way. They're kind of grumpy sometimes." I said, "Well, when I got a little bit older, I made the choice. It's after 50 years old, I said, well, I can be grumpy if I want to. It's all optional. Certainly after 60, you can be grumpy if you want to. I just don't choose to be." So there's no magic in being happy or joyful. There's not. No rose-colored glasses. You don't need that. You can't find it in a book. It's all mindset, and it's constant, because inside your mind, when your mind's in default mode, which is your mind, you know default mode, right? It's where you are when you're not doing anything. It's when there's nothing particularly on your mind, and yet everything's on your mind. You've had those moments. There's nothing on your mind, but you're worried about everything. That's default mode. So when you're in default mode, some people really are just defaulting to happy stuff. Other people are worried about everything that might happen to them. So there's no real magic way to do this, because you yourself live within your mind. So you have to kind of establish a baseline where you just choose to be. So I say start living your day-to-day life by doing a couple things a happy person does. You ready? I'm not sure you're going to accept this, but I'll give it to you. I've walked this talk for now 20 years. The same, what I'm going to give you, the next 5 steps. Same time. And I've given it to thousands of people again and again and again. First off, accept that you're alive. By the way, I think a lot of people don't really know they're alive. They haven't really thought to think about what that actually means. But when you are alive, you're going to run into challenges. Some occasional, some a lot. Good times, bad times, going to happen. Challenges are going to be there. Heck, it could be a really good thing. And there's a challenge to it. Have you ever scheduled like a party or something that's really awesome, and yet it was so challenging and really got you mad and grumpy? All to do a happy thing. What's going on? It just means there's challenges. And since you're alive, yay for you, because a lot of people aren't these days, stuff's going to happen to you. So just accept it. Accept it, that's all. Happy attitude. Number 2, realize that dealing with these challenges is the privilege of being alive. I live in Florida. We mow the lawn a lot. I go in and out of lawn services. I do some, you know what? Come here. You know why I actually mow the lawn? Because I find that when I mow the lawn, I get the most creative ideas. There's something about the vibration coming off that mower, walking in the grass and cutting for an hour or so. There's something about that. Something about that makes me creative. But the problem is sometimes it's 95 degrees and about 100% humidity in Florida, and I complain to my neighbors. And my neighbor Frank a few years back said, "Scott, it's a privilege of being alive, not to mention a privilege of having a beautiful home where you have a yard." Darn it. Darn it. I am the motivational guy. Stop it. But he was right. So just realize that dealing with challenges is a privilege of being alive. Next, number 3 is to welcome frustration. You may have heard this before. I think Tony Robbins said this years and years ago. When you get frustrated, it just means something's happening. That's it. And I've noticed that. I just noticed when I get frustrated about something, it means, essentially to me, it means this. Okay, not really something's happening. It means something needs to be adjusted. That's it. Because if it's frustrating, I'm obviously not dealing with it well. There's something not going the way I want it to go, so something has to change. So essentially what I've adapted over the years is that when I start to get frustrated, I just calmly go to that place of, okay, figure out what needs to be fixed. That's it. The 4th way that a happy person thinks every single day is, oh, this is a rough one. Some of you will like me for this. Some of you are like, I don't want this, God. I didn't tune in this podcast today for you to tell me to be responsible. Accept responsibility for solving your challenges. Every one of them in life. The buck stops with you. Don't pass it. We live in a world right now where everybody's passing the buck. Everybody. You watch TV, watch your politicians, for God's sake. Watch the buck being passed. Watch the lies being told. Watch all of that stuff. Don't even pay attention to it, but pay attention to that they lied to you. Are they accepting responsibility? No. The minute you look in the mirror and accept responsibility for every single thing that's going in your life, good or bad, doesn't matter. The minute you do that and just resolve to fix it as soon as possible, you got true power. Don't delay the inevitable. You're going to have to take care of it eventually anyway, right? So a happy person knows this. Okay, You know, if my tire has a screw in it, it's going to go flat eventually. Or if the battery, you and eventually you know your battery's going to die, but you don't go take care of the problem, eventually it's going to get worse. So just accept responsibility that solving your challenges and fixing them as soon as possible is what you do. It's really simple stuff. And notice how all I'm doing is taking what's coming at me and going, okay, well, here it is. That's it. It's life. It's life. Finally, I have one more idea for you that maybe work if you're going to go out there and try to live like a happy person. Dealing with everything that life throws at you is easier when you set yourselves up for a good night's sleep. That's it. And I really hate to say that, but when you do prioritize getting to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time and really getting 8 or 9 hours of sleep, whatever that is, and most Americans don't. Most Americans average 5 hours of sleep a night. Silly. I don't know how you survive. When you prioritize a good night's sleep, your day will be happier. You can do it again. So I have a very simple mantra, a very simple thing that I do every single day. This took me a lot of years to refine this out from an unrefined state of how I look at my day. It's simple. And some people say it's naive. That's okay. I dig being naive. I'm smarter than you think when I'm naive. I know more than I let on to. Here's my mantra for the day. Wake up refreshed. Have a great day. Sleep like a baby. Repeat. Pretty much it. Wake up refreshed. Have a great day. Sleep like a baby. Repeat. Tell me you can't do that, huh? Visit me on the Facebook page. I have a redirect for you to make it easy to find. Just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. I am there regularly, not every minute of the day. I got stuff to do. You can call me out. Just call me out. I'm there. I'm happy to communicate with you and see if I can help with anything.